It is the 12th year NGO has set to improve educational system in Nigeria. The convener of the event, Emem Okpashi, says there is need to improve the educational system in Nigeria so as to actualize African education. Emem made this known while addressing the journalists on the forthcoming 12th Annual Expo in Abuja. The theme of the event tagged Brand New Educations. It aimed at sensitizing populace on the need for improved educational system in Nigeria. Speaking on the ongoing ASUU strike, she urged the federal government to embrace dialogue because this will help to solve major problems.
So started in 2009, and each year we have a different theme. This year, our theme is Brand New Education. And we came up with this theme because we wanted to begin to sensitize our nation, our education systems, to begin to think about what is our vision for the kind of education that we dream about. If we had the chance to rebuild our education and bring out something brand new, what would it look like? So many of us are very good at talking about the challenges. All of us talk about our children's school, I'm sure, how expensive the private schools are, or how much rubbish goes on in the in the schools, or the state of the public schools. But each of us are actually stakeholders. So this year we wanted to begin to have this concept, especially as we're going into a new era. By next year we should be in a new era of leadership. If we had the chance to have our say to create a brand new education, what would it look like? What kind of teachers would we have? What kind of classrooms do we want to see? How do we compete globally? So this year, what we're doing with our theme is bringing together people from diverse backgrounds. We have business owners, we have education leaders, we have people in the private sector, people in the public sector. We have government leaders from the Ministry of Education and other ministries too. We want to be able to prefer solutions. What strategies can we begin to implement? What actions can we take? How do we actualize what we really want for ourselves as a nation and as a continent? How do we change the narrative of African education? Why do we have to go and borrow education systems from abroad? Why can't they borrow from us? So we want those words to be on everyone's lips. Brand new education. As a parent, you need to be able to have a vision of what you really want for your child. As a business owners complain that many people are unemployable by the time they graduate from our institutions. And it's a very high percentage, but people are going to university. So as an employer, what would you expect us to do in education to be able to provide the kind of people that are employable? Our aim is to always bring these people together under one roof, have these very enriching conversations that can help us now take actions to begin to improve our education system. So that's what we're looking at this year with our theme, the Brand New Education, the 12th Annual School Needs Expo. And it takes place on Friday, which is tomorrow, Friday the 20th of May and Saturday the 21st of May. If we don't get people educated, they will not elect the right leader to our nation. And I'm not talking about schooling. I'm talking about education, awareness, getting people to be better versions, not to base their decisions on emotions. Okay, things are very volatile. People are doing things, they're reacting because they're not educated. If they were better educated, they would hopefully know how to respect their fellow man. They would want to see the country get better. I think the federal government should be able to think of revamping the whole system. Even when I was in university, this is, 25, I don't know how many years, it's really long. We were already having strikes then. And that's more than 25 years ago when I was in university, and strikes have been going on. So if they were effective, then they shouldn't be happening. So we feel that this dialogue must be taken very seriously. When we say the government are stakeholders, they need to understand the impact. There are many youth idle at home. When you have idle youth, there are issues that are going to arise. That's why there's everywhere is for people are angry. So if they don't see the ripple effect of what this ASUU strike is going to cause, it's not just about universities being closed. It's a major social issue. So we need to be able to really bring those private-public sector partnerships and not just say it. We need to take action and make those moves. It's unforgivable. 3 months strike. And when you're a stakeholder, it will pinch you somewhere. So if it's not pinching them, then they don't understand what we're talking about. So I think it's something that it burns our heart. It really pains us to see young people just there. They don't know when they're going to finish. So the government needs to really admit they have a problem and tell the public, the private sector, we have some sort of structure. Talk to us, let us know, let's come together, have these conversations. Say, look, we don't know what to do anymore. Let's come together. Everyone prefers solutions. Let's run with them. Okay, so if we need to get funding from somewhere else, let's know that we're getting funding. But they need to take it very seriously. The lecturers are saying that there are issues. Then there are issues. We've seen the conditions of the universities, and they're not good. So it's quite a major thing. So our role is really to foster these kind of conversations and then present these conversations and the solutions and the action plans we've come up with to the government. Hopefully they're able to get some ideas or even build a roadmap or a team of people to be able to come together, not just talking, but we want to see action. Value. So people need to understand that education is not cheap, and it's never going to be cheap. And when you want something valuable, when you want a diamond or something, you're going to pay for it. So what we need to do is that some countries that have top value education, the government is supporting this to be able to get that standard. So ours, again, is to be able to come up with things that we can, initiatives that we can adopt and help. So one of the things we had said, for example, is that if the private sector can also support every private school, if you're able to support public schools and take and adopt them in your neighborhood or in your community, those are some of the things. It's a ripple effect. Education is expensive. Education is expensive. It's a major investment. It's a jewel, and so the cost of living is very high. Our own is, again, to find ways, because if you reduce the cost, you're not getting the value. So anyone that knows that, yeah, it costs a lot of money. We just need, if we can get subsidization, if we can get support from the government, if they can reduce taxes, it might help to bring down the cost. The cost of energy, power, we're running on diesel. So quality education is going to be high until we're able to get the kind of support that we need.
Atonda Babatunde, GTV Africa.